Hello, I'm Dennis for Fix Mahog, and I'm with Tommy Clutch Creel. Where's my bike? I thought you said you bought a motorcycle.
Days ago it was here.
There was something, and it's been a good 2 days. Slowly taking it apart, really going through the design that we want to do, the cafe racer.
Sure.
Working within a budget was super important. Having a plan, super important. Listing everything out, super important. We went step by step, taking pretty much the majority of the motorcycle apart, as you could see. But when you view this in its entirety, you'll be able to see what parts you want to do for a build, and to stay within a budget and to stay within your comfort level as well. So here we are. I mean, that's the new canvas, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
You got the tank over there, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and put the seat on. Let's see if my Fix Mahog skills have paid off. Let's see how good I am. I think that's in there.
It still fits for that.
So not a true mock-up, but it gives you a better idea of, there's some sketches that we've done. We've looked through the internet on the designs that we wanted to go through, the look we were going through. We talked about the parts along the way. Burley was nice enough to work with us through RevZilla. Also, RevZilla sending us the Drag Specialties Legendary tank, I believe it's called.
Correct.
And I'm going to list all this stuff out. There will be PDFs. There'll be PDFs of the budget. There'll be PDFs of the parts list. All the stuff we're going over, the plan. So this gives a better feel for, we cut the struts off. This is going to be open. Unfortunately or fortunately, we had a chrome swing arm that we wanted to get powder coated. So we really had to take the whole swing arm off. So I have my list, and some of the folks we're working with are here. New parts we talked about. You have a 20-year-old motorcycle this far apart.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing extreme maintenance. You're doing repair along the way. You're not just gonna slap something back together if a bearing's no good or a bushing's no good. You're in here. You're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
You talked about the wiring. This looks like it has some potential love it needs.
Yeah, it looks like a spaghetti mess at this point. And us clearing up and making it a simple, nice, sleek bike. It'd be nice to have all the wiring tucked away and under the backbone, and making sure that we're, double checking the connectors. Obviously, as we went through this, we ran into a few things that we didn't see coming around the corner. So, right. As deep as we've gone, we could go a little bit deeper into some of the electrical and check in some of the pins and connectors back here, which we'll do. And, like you said, it's critical now that you have it down to this much of a backbone to take the extra step and just go through everything else. After 20 years, there's plenty of wear and tear on this thing.
Exactly. We bought it used, and we bought it for within a budget. The previous owner was a fan of hold-on chrome, and there was a lot on it, and most of it looks really good. I do like some of it, but it does cause this water holder.
Yeah,
we took off. We showed you some of the pieces that water gets in between. Actually, the cover on the oil tank before on the other side.
Yeah.
Not only was water getting in there, but when you change the oil, sometimes any overfill of oil would leak down there. So those covers are unique.
Cylinder heads.
The cylinder heads.
Right here.
Yeah. But they do cause a little bit of damage. So if you're thinking of doing something like that on a project, think about the maintenance that's within that, and the stuff that can go wrong, the rust that can happen, the water that gets captured in there. And then when water and stuff does get in there, it's hard to take things back off, right?
Break off in pieces. We had plenty of those that just snapped right off on us.
Exactly. And, like you said, as you were going through, we were checking, make sure everything's in good shape. Whatever isn't, we're going to replace. So that's kind of goes, that that doesn't kind of go with, that goes with the design that
Absolutely.
we're really working with. We have some of the products here that we're going to be putting on the motorcycle. What do we got here?
So we've got S&S's air cleaner right here, air filter. It's kind of that beefy muscle look on that right side. As we went through, obviously, the powder coat and chrome and how to bring out one another in some of the parts and not be too over the top.
And that one has a chrome face cover,
Yeah.
right? So that'll really stand out. We'll talk about the color, and we're going to do black, but that chrome will really pop out.
Yeah, for certain. And because of having that chrome, we have a, right up here, the black Super E S&S carburetor. So that's the black behind and having that chrome come out.
And getting the performance out of it too. Tunable,
for sure.
great carburetor. We're going to putting a little bit more of a free flow exhaust on it. This 883 has been punched up to a 1200 already. So there's the performance gain we're looking for with that. In regards to performance, I guess I'll switch over to our friends at Barnett. We're going to put a Scorpion clutch in as we start to put things back together. So that'll be great. What do we have? Dakota Digital there?
We got a chrome front face on our new Speedo here. So that'll help break up some of the black we're doing with bars and controls and bringing out some of the chrome components up on top.
And I'm not sure the color of can you change the LED colors in there? Or is it amber and red or something? It's something pretty cool, different.
It's red, on there.
That looks cool.
So it'll bring out a little bit more flair on the top, and having a black tank as well.
Yeah.
You get that ping
And then
factor.
to go down a little bit, we're going to go with Burley.
Yep, we got the lowering kit for the front end. So that'll drop us down an inch.
Cool. And when you step out of normally what you do, Fix My Hog, we've done hundreds of hours of maintenance videos, performance upgrades. We've torn a motorcycle down to replace the frame, but we kind of put all the components that were there back on. So to do a design like this is unique for Fix My Hog. It's a great project. And when you're doing research for stuff like that and looking through sites like Revzilla, but then on Revzilla, there's TC Brothers had some really cool stuff, kept on popping up for this type of design. They do a lot of scrambler stuff. They've done a lot of great builds themselves. They make a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to do the mids with them. This had forwards.
Yep.
We're going to go with mids.
Drop those back, and then obviously with the rear fender gone, you can't have the stock taillight sitting on there and airborne. So
And on an air hook, don't those exist? They just dangle.
we can make one, right? So we'll mountain up on the side of the swing arm there, that nice little TC Brothers brake light and all that fun jazz.
I like that. And Barnett, once again, more on the performance side, not only looks, but we're going to go with, to break up the black that we're going to do on the handlebars. We're thinking some type of chrome levers. And then with this look, will give us a little breakup and a little bling, if you will, on the front, but also very performance. That stock brake was not looking so good after 20 years. So this will be a great upgrade for that. And it's just a straight shot instead of going.
And then instead of having a crossover right there under the trees.
Cool. We have throttle cables. Remember those people? They go onto carburetors. So this is not fuel injected. So that's a great upgrade for that as well. Great clutch cable.
We're still keeping it classy too through all this part.
We are keeping it classy. We are. And we still have decisions that are going to be made quickly. We have rims that we're deciding on. We're thinking of
Manhattans.
used or Manhattans, or used and having them powder coated.
Correct.
To stay within a budget. What else do we have that we're still deciding on?
It was the rear fender. We got that one knocked out. Relocating the horn. You still see the mount up here. That's going to be tossed up to the front.
I think that's it. And then we have, and here's a great thing. I am, like many people, awesome at taking things apart. But one thing I did learn over the years with Fix My Hog is if I label stuff and life gets in the way, it makes this type of project or any project a lot easier.
Absolutely.
I step away for 2 weeks, and it's, where did this go? What is it? Even though you have your manual or a manual, if you took pictures, if you mark things correctly. You marked your electrical connectors correctly. All the breadcrumbs along the way to get you back together. And then finding the space to lay everything out. We have our powder coat box, or boxes now, are potentially resale stuff that's not going back on the motorcycle that does have some values. It had a decent exhaust on it that we could sell. The front and rear wheels weren't horrible. We can probably get some for those. So, to stay or help with your budget, you can sell some of the pieces. Even if you just get a couple bucks, it helps with that. Planning, budget, planning, budget.
Huge.
Otherwise, and I keep saying it, and I don't know if it's true or not, you end up with a piece of garage art that you just keep moving around because you're never able to fire it up. It was never ready. And you have quite a bit of money invested in it already. So you don't want that. You want a schedule that you can follow, and hopefully this helps look at some of those things to go through. And like I said, we'll put up the parts list that we did. We'll put up the budget that we came up with. We'll put up the stuff that either was worked with a partner, but the cost of it. And that'll help you decide, where do you want to go with your build? And, $2,400 motorcycle, we were looking at rims and tires that were
way out of
$2,000, right? So almost as much as the motorcycle. And do you want to do that? So you have to make that choice. And it's easy to start going down that road. Oh, I saw this on Instagram. It looked really cool. How much? Oh, hey babe, we're not going on that road. What? So you just got to kind of stick to it. So you can move your project along. Paint.
It's another key part.
Paint, powder coating. Our vendor was nice enough to send us a couple of different black samples. I'm just digging these. These are, what are these called?
The wrinkles.
So Zach was saying maybe we should do the headlamp and wrinkle. So that's a possibility. But then we have to decide as we get the final parts in, if there's anything that's going to throw us off. And I don't think there is. You can see similar to what we have that's going on the motorcycle here. You could slap this up against the frame and say, but not much of the frame is going to be showing when we're done with this, right?
Just the down tubes.
The down tubes.
No, that's what pretty much.
So, do you go something towards that? I don't think I like too shiny. Maybe this or this would work too.
More of a matte or medium.
Yeah, decisions that we're going to make. But it's good to get some samples. And why powder coating? That's a good question.
Yeah, so obviously, having bikes painted nowadays, you're spending quite a few $1,000s on paint jobs just because of the man hours and labor and paint cost itself. Powder coating is a much simpler process and it's durable. It can handle the road much better. So I think to help stay with our budget and give us some flexibility with some other areas, we were able to get that down.
And you and I talked about it, and I'm pretty sure we said we can do it. So if we powder coated this black, and we wanted to do this something of this color,
correct,
to kind of make things work, that's still doable in powder coating. It's not just you get one thing. You could.
They've come a long way over the past when I started 15 years ago. So we can definitely segment it. And
I was looking at a sample book, and there was even like chrome looking powder coating. I wonder. A couple reviews said it was very durable. So I guess if you want to go nuts and
not put chrome covers on.
Not put chrome covers on. Yes,
actually do put chrome.
I guess that's it. I mean, here we are. We're going to get the rest of the parts within our budget. We're going to double, triple check our stuff going to powder coating. And we'll do a little bit of mock-up while it's down. But the majority of it you'll be watching it as we put it all back together. I think that's it for now. Well, thanks a lot.
Absolutely.
Always a good time. Thanks for the hospitality.
We'll get your bike back here soon.
Yeah, what bike? I don't see a motorcycle. Well, cool. Thanks, everybody. Wrench safe, and we'll see you soon.